What's going on, guys? My name's Trailer, and this is part 3 of my guide to the most important nodes of Black Desert. Part 3 is going to cover calpheon region, which is Calpheon, Kepler, and Trent. As always, if you found the video helpful, leave a like, subscribe for me. And before we jump into it, I also want to talk about what you guys like to see next. I can continue this on through Medaya and Valencia regions if you want. I also plan on making a fail stacking guide video and some other videos on life skills and stuff, and maybe touch on some good grinding spots and good rotations at those grinding spots. But leave a comment, let me know what you'd like to see. Let's get right into it. We're going to start off right here in Calpheon. In Calpheon, you're lodging. You're going to come down here for it to start out with. Get 2 stars here. I believe 2 stars here. And 2 or 3 here. 3. After that, if you need more lodging in Calpheon here, as you can see, there's a bunch of houses. Just pick a good tree that you're going to be working into. Like if you need a certain workshop, if there's lodging in that tree, just figure out what you need if you need more lodging after that. First place we're going to go in Calpheon is right up here to Northern Wheat Plantation. If you're doing cooking, you're going to want all of these. If you're not doing cooking, I'd probably just pick up the wheat and the barley. You don't need the paprika as much. Right after that, I would come straight up here to Bernianto Farm. This is another excavation node, and at this excavation node, you can get Trace of Forest and Trace of Battle. The step after that is going to cost you some CP, but it's going to go to, it's probably one of the more important nodes in the game, so you're going to want to come down here as quick as you can. You got to take this trip south all the way through these nodes here. You're going to go all the way down and get Bear Riverhead. Now Bear Riverhead's just a tin ore for you, but the byproduct of this tin ore is Powder of Earth. It's the only Powder of Earth node in the game right now until I think Camisylvia comes out. So you're going to want to jump on this as soon as possible. And while you're down here, you can come over here to Rua Tree Stub if you want. This is completely optional. It's another excavation node. Here, this one gives you Trace of Despair and Trace of Forest, but you can get Trace of Despair and Forest in other nodes, so it's not as important. It's just optional if you want to get more of those traces. After you make that trip, I would come over here to Old Dandelion. Here's a birch timber node here. You want to pick this up and go right north of that for another tin node. And this tin ore node, byproduct of it's going to be rough red crystal. It's going to be good for your crafting and such. I believe the byproduct here of Old Dandelion is red tree lump, I believe. Yeah, red tree lump. That's about all you want out of Calpheon. You can come up here if you need more birch timber to breed tree ruins. You can get more birch timber here. Byproduct is birch sap. You can also get tiger mushrooms here if you need tiger mushrooms. And you can spend some CP to come out here to Quint Hill. You can get a lead ore out here and another birch timber out here, but I don't think it's worth the CP to come all the way out here for that, so I don't. That's about all out of Calpheon. Next we're going to talk about Kepler. Now the lodging in Kepler absolutely sucks. Do you need lodging out of Kepler? These are 2 houses I would go for here, 3-1 and 3-1 storage. It's expensive, so I try not to use any lodging in Kepler. I use my 1 free worker I get, and I put them on Kepler Quarry. Kepler Quarry is going to give you coal, and I believe the byproduct is Powder of Crevice. So you're going to want to jump on this coal node as soon as possible, though, because you are going to need coal. That's about all I would honestly get in Kepler. If you need anything else, if you do anything else, I'd come up here past Oz's house. I don't even have the node unlocked, but there's Oz's Pass right here. Oz's Pass will give you cedar timber if you need the cedar timber, and I believe the byproduct's Monk's Branch. If you do need more coal, it's expensive, but you can come out through this tree right here to Glutoni Cave. Glutoni Cave is another coal node for you. And the only other thing that's worth anything is if you spend all the CP to come all the way down here to Primal Giant Post to pick up another lead ore, but it's really not worth the CP to be doing all that. So if I was you, I'd probably just use my one free worker slot and jump on this coal node, and then that's about it out of Kepler. Let's talk about Trent. Trent is another one that's going to suck for lodging. As in Trent, I don't think there actually is any lodging in Trent. So when you need lodging, you're going to have to come over here to Bear. You get a couple lodging here. You get 1 star from this, and I believe 1 star from here. If you need more lodging, you can do Longleaf Tree Sentry Post here. It is expensive, but it will give you some more lodging if you need it. First thing I would do out of Trent is come to Lumberjack Rest Area. This is your cedar timber. This is why I don't get cedar timber out of Kepler, because I have some right here, right next to Trent. I believe the byproduct of this is Spirit Leaf. Right after that, you want to come through Abandoned Monastery, and you want to jump on Treant Forest. Treant Forest is fir timber node, but the big important thing about this is the byproduct is Bloody Tree Knot. There's not very many of them in the game, so I would jump on this as soon as you can. And from there, you take a trip north, come up here to Mancha Forest. Mancha Forest is going to have another fir timber. Byproduct's going to be fir sap. And then the second thing over there is going to be another excavation node. And I believe this excavation node, Trace of Despair and Trace of Violence. There's really not a whole lot more I would get in Trent. Actually, that's a lie. I'll get Longleaf Tree Sentry Post. I actually should have this, but I don't right now. There's a Silk Honeygrass here that you can get. I would jump on that. I need to situate some CP to get on that. The only other thing would be the Rudum Outstation. Rudum Outstation, I believe, is another 10 ore here, but the byproduct is rough green crystal, another crystal you use for crafting. I don't use green crystal that much, so I don't bother getting this, but if you do need more 10, you can get it right here. And that's about it for Trent and calpheon. That's all I got for today, guys. As always, leave a like and subscribe, and take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.